why don't you tell us kind of how you got started? What was the connection that got you into the industry? I know you said you were sort of working shoreside construction, I think, and then you kind of started evolving into more of the marine aspect of it.
Yeah, the port where I live in Portland, South Portland, Portland Harbor, is surrounded by marine terminals with oil terminals on one side and dry cargo on the other side of the river, and they all need maintenance. Our old bridge, our old $1 million bridge, they coined it, had a 96-foot draw span, and all these ships that were at the time were 85, 90 feet wide, and that had all wooden fenders, and so my company maintained all these piers and all these bridge fenders and so forth, and we did work on vessels as well, and we had our own equipment, and I got started as a diver. Actually, I was into scuba diving as a kid, and my company had a lot of hard hat work going on, old Navy hard hats and then the newer modern Miller hats, and I tried a little enough of that to know I didn't want to do that the rest of my life, and gave that up shortly. And then I watched these guys on the tugboats, and they seemed to be having a pretty good time compared to what I was going through, and so that's where I ought to be.
Well, you can jump in that hot engine room. You're not freezing your butt off.
Was the guy out of there, and in I went. You bet.
Yeah. Oh God.
So that was our old boat was 1873. It was originally steam. Our big boat of the fleet, originally steam, had diesel power when I got on it, and I ended up being the captain of it right before we sold it. It went overseas to Port-au-Prince, Haiti, but all the time it was in the States. At the end of its life, I was a skipper of it.
Yep.
And that was a real hobby boat. That was a real rope boat, and boy, we did a lot of work for it. We towed from New York to Eastport, Maine with it, and all these boats especially Maine, the weather's, your winters are 7 months long, and it's pretty tough going sometimes. And you either learn how to do things right, or you get in trouble. And there's been a lot of them get in trouble and get in a lot of trouble. But so I got out of the diving, got onto the boats and on the barges. You had to be good handling cranes and moving around equipment and knowing where you needed to be, where you didn't want to be, and watching the weather and predicting weather for the guys. The guys on the barges were pretty much straight ahead doing the work. They didn't think ahead of the weather and things, and so the guys on the boats were the watchful eye for them, and got involved with that and so on.